As you can see, these Carrera tires, it's an older model, and they've done that wonderful thing they do. They just kind of melt and just go away, and it's just pretty rough peeling it off. See, it's just coming off small pieces like that. And what you can't get with your fingers, it's going to stick. You can use a screwdriver, try to pop that off of there, just like that. Just kind of use that in a scraping method, just to get it off of there. Or the old-fashioned X-Acto blade. Just be careful, okay? I like to keep some of the X-Acto blades that aren't so sharp anymore for doing stuff just like this, scraping this off. But the residue is still there. Just, you can get it off. Just, well, not any fun. As you can see, that part there is just sticking to it. So, we'll keep cleaning it. We'll get it. As far as the residue that's left behind, some of the sticky stuff, it really is kind of nasty. You can first try 91% alcohol. Matter of fact, if the tires are that bad, you see them on the wheel, you can just put them in here first to help loosen them up. I just try to peel as much of the dry off of there as possible. That's just me. And then you can let it soak in some 91% for 5 or 10 minutes. And you can just use a brush, and you can go in there and scrub a lot of it away. And you'll see the pieces coming off like that inside there. And then just a good old paper towel. As you can see here, all the residue that comes off, and then just cleaning that off of there. Look at that. So you can get a lot of that off of there. Now, the reason that I recommend this, if it's still stubborn and there's still some of that residue, you want to get it off there. Like I say, just try using, you know, the paper towel like this and getting it in there with a little pressure. See, you can get some more. If that's too much, it's just not working, then you can use a little bit of Ronsonol lighter fluid, and that'll really loosen up the adhesive with a paper towel. So the way I do that is, you know, just like this, just a little bit here on the towel, not a lot, and then the wheel right there, and then just twist it. There we go. Right? And we're getting even more of that glue off. What I'm trying to do carefully here is try to preserve the paint on the wheel. But a lot of times that's just going to go away, and you're going to have to repaint the wheel. That's just one of the things that these tires, when they do this, is quite the nuisance, as you can imagine. So paint is going to come off of there if you go that route, or if you soak it in the 91% for too long. You're just trying to clean this residue off, the glue residue, the best you can, so that you can get a new tire. But yeah, that's not bad. Nice and clean. You can also, of course, if you have the machine, you can put it into your tire turning machine for these axles, and using a small blade, some sandpaper, you can also clean up these edges, which we want to do anyway. But if they were already done before in the tuning process, and you've already done them, and so they've already been trued, then go lightly. You don't want to reduce the diameter or alter the size of the wheel so that you can't find tires for it. So you'll be able to see whether these have been sanded or not. These have not. You can just tell the mold lines are still there. So we're good to go. Anyway, that's how I get these things cleaned up. They're looking pretty good for some replacement tires. We'll get right to it. So my choice for a replacement tire is the Paul Gauge 1910 5LM. And just as it is, just sitting on the wheel, you don't really have to do anything. You could just replace it Be a lot better off than, well, our old stuff here. But I'm going to go ahead and sand the wheel. You can see there's just a little bit of crowning effect right here. And honestly, you could just put that in the machine and sand it away. It'll be fine. But I just want to make sure these wheels are as round as possible. And, well, that's why we have the machine, right? So I'm going to sand these up first, then get the tires on. I'm going to glue the tires on and then sand them again. And then we'll give them a coat of Future, make some zero grips out of them. But Paul Gauge, the urethane, just really easy to work with, and it does the job. So just a quick look here at the wheels. And this is why you have a machine like this. Get these wheels as round as possible so you can just see where we're getting them there. And that's going to go a long way. We're going to get the tires on here, then we'll give them a sanding. I think we'll have a pretty smooth outfit. Okay, the sanding process is going fairly easy. Like I said, urethane tires, they're just real easy to work with, so that's why I like them. Just about have them where I want them. Also taking an emery board here and just kind of laid it here on the side, just like this, just to give this just a slight bevel. And then just the outer edges of the tire are really all that touch the track. Then finally, I gave it a coat of Future acrylic polish. I don't like using nail polish. I don't like the sound and hardness that nail polish gives, and this gives a good enough zero grip as far as I'm concerned. And we know that the Future, the Pledge Floor Shine is gone, so you can use something like this, and you can find this in any Dollar General. This was only like $3, and it's very, very close to the same product that our Floor Shine used to be. So there you go. I'll go ahead, get the other side coated here. We'll get it set up in the car, get the guide in place, set the front end ride height just where we want it. It'll be just fine. And of course, now we have to test fit. With these cars like this and its design, you really can't use a very large diameter tire or you're going to get some rubbing. So test fitting, make sure everything is good to go. Yeah, and we have that clearance. If we didn't, then we'll bring it right back over there to the tire machine and reduce the diameter a little bit more. You'll always want to do that long before you start hacking on the body, or at least that's the way I do it. But always test fit. Anyway, we're looking good. We're going to get on to the rest of the tuning, but so far, I'm happy. It's really fun working on this old car.